How's it going, guys, and welcome back to FM Scout. This is ABTFM, and today I am going to present you the top 10 defensive midfielder wonderkids in FM21. Well, in this video, I am going to choose 10 wonderkids that play as defensive midfielder, and this is just my personal opinion. Also, keep in mind that due to some negative potential ability, some players' attributes might be varied in different saves. Also, my saves will be different from your saves, so it's not guaranteed that all the players I mentioned in this video will do great in every single save. The wonderkids that are on the list today are maximum 21 years old, of course. Also, they are not like cheap or bargains, it's just my personal top 10 defensive midfielder. So before I start the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified so you wouldn't miss out any of our video. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the first player on the list. Alright, let's start off our list with a big one, Sandro Tonali, the 20-year-old Italian who is playing for AC Milan on loan from Brescia. I'm sure all of you guys have heard of him because he's just very overpowered in Football Manager for quite some time. Unfortunately, in this year's FM, you wouldn't be able to sign him straight away because he has just recently joined the Italian club right here. If you do want to sign him, you may need to pay a huge amount of money because I don't think Brescia is going to let him go so easily. However, he's no doubt one of the best defensive midfielders in FM21. I mean, what more I can say, his attributes look really good right there. 15 passing, 16 technique, 14 positioning, 15 vision, 16 work rate, good physical attribute as well. So yeah, first player straight up, Sandro Tonali. Next up, we have Florentino Luis. Again, another player that every FM gamers know. Well, he was fantastic in FM20 and I am sure he will be great in FM21 too. He has just joined AS Monaco on loan at the beginning of the season, so you wouldn't be able to sign him in the first season, and I suspect that Benfica will let him go so easily. But just try your luck. Well, he's guaranteed a first team player in any side. Look at his attributes, man. 17 tackling, insane mental attributes right there, 16 positioning, 17 teamwork, and 15 work rate with great physical ability as well. Well, let me show you this. He does have a minimum fee release clause of 110 million pounds. Well, I guess I will leave this decision to you guys. Moving on, we have Gustavo Assunção, not sure whether I pronounce his name correctly or wrong, who is currently playing at the Brazilian League with Famalicão. Yes, the 20-year-old wonderkid looks pretty good at the start of the game. 15 passing, 15 technique, 16 composure, 15 concentration, 16 decision, and 15 determination. What a player he is. Well, you might need to load up the Brazilian League in order to find him in your save. So make sure you do that when you are setting up your save. He does have a 45.5 million pound release clause, and that's a huge amount of money for sure. But if you are desperately looking for a great defensive midfielder, well, I might suggest you to pay for him. So yes, the third player on the list, Gustavo Assunção. The next wonderkid on the list is a 19-year-old Tottenham player, Oliver Skip. Well, the Englishman is one of the best defensive midfielders in the future, and he can also play as a centre-back or central midfielder if you want. In the first season of the game, he's on loan at Norwich City, so you wouldn't be able to sign him. However, keep an eye on his development because he might not get his chance in Tottenham even in the second season, which gives you a chance to bring him into your team. Well, he looks pretty decent right here. 15 passing, 14 tackling, 15 work rate, 14 teamwork, 15 stamina is very good for a midfielder as well. So yes, the fourth player on the list, Oliver Skip. Marco Kana is the fifth wonderkid on the list. The 17-year-old midfielder is currently playing for the Belgian club Anderlecht. Well, not sure whether I pronounced this club name correctly or wrong. Let me know in the comment section below how to pronounce this name. Well, he's the youngest player on the list and his attributes look pretty decent at the start of the game. 14 passing, 14 tackling, 14 teamwork, 13 work rate, good composure and concentration, 14 determination as well with good acceleration and pace. Well, I believe you can get him with a fairly reasonable price considering he's not playing in the top 5 leagues. He can even play as a central back if you want with the stats he is having right now. I'm gonna say he is quite reliable to play as a centre back. Maybe he isn't tall enough and his jumping reach might be a concern, but his defending ability is still looking pretty good. So yes, the 5th player on the list, Kana. Next, I have Boubacar Kamara on my list, the 20-year-old Frenchman who is currently playing in the Ligue 1 with OM. Another player who can play as a central back as well. Looking at his attribute, he has got 15 passing, 15 tackling, 15 teamwork, 15 work rate, great physical right there, 14 composure, 12 concentration and 13 decision as well. He is already valued at around 9 million, earning 46k per week. So you might need to pay quite an amount of money to sign him into your team. But Boubacar Kamara, it's a very great defensive midfielder in the future of the game. So yes, maybe just try to keep an eye on his development and sign him into your team. The next wonderkid on my list is Manuel Ugarte, the 19-year-old wonderkid who is currently playing at the Uruguay League with Phoenix. Well, this youngster has appeared so many times in FMSCOUT videos and I can't stop praising him. Well, you might need to load up the Uruguay League to have him in your save and I just rate him very much. Well, he's reliable, high potential and already look good at the age of 19. He has got 15 determination, which is a big plus, very well-rounded technical ability and mental ability. Might not be quick enough, but he will surely develop in the future. Well, trust me, sign him now. Manuel Ugarte, the 19-year-old Uruguayan. The 8th wonderkid is the 18-year-old Nigerian Samson Tijani. Well, he is currently playing for TSV Hartberg in the Austrian League on loan from RB Salzburg. Again, you might have to load up the Austrian League to get him into your save. You wouldn't be able to sign him in the first season, however, I will suggest you to keep an eye on his development. He can play as a central back as well as a defensive midfielder or even as a central midfielder. While looking at his attributes, he might not be as good as the previous midfielders, but he has got 12 marking, 13 technique, 14 positioning and his physical looks really nice as well. So yeah, keep an eye on this Nigerian Samson Tijani. Alright, moving on, I have Fausto Vera on my list, the 20-year-old Argentinian who is playing at the Argentina League. Again, another player that might not be appeared in your save if you didn't load out the Argentina League. So make sure you have that specific league in your save. He can play as a defensive midfielder as well as a central midfielder and his attributes look really good right here. 15 first touch, 13 marking, 13 tackling, 15 positioning, 15 work rate and 14 vision. He is going to be big in the future, so make sure you keep an eye on him. Fausto Vera, the 20 years old Argentinian. Last but not least, Nicolo Rovella, the 18-year-old Italian who is currently playing for Genoa at the Serie A. Well, at the start of the game, he is actually holding a youth contract right here, as you can see, which means you can approach to sign him straight away. While looking at this wanted tab right here, you can see he is wanted by a list of big clubs including Man City, Manchester United, Tottenham, Milan, Roma, Napoli. Well, you get the idea, and I would say he is an alternative for Sandro Tonali. Well, if you can't afford Tonali, why not try out Rovella? Well, looking at his attributes, very good determination. 15 stamina is a plus as well. 13 passing, 13 tackling, 13 technique, good off the ball and positioning, good teamwork and work rate as well. So yeah, just keep an eye on Nicolo Rovella. He is going to be a great defensive midfielder in the later stage of the game. Alright, anyway, these are my top 10 wonder kids that play as a defensive midfielder. Well, let me know in the comment section down below if you agree or disagree with me. Also, tell me who's your favorite defensive midfielder in FM21 so far. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I am ABTFM, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.